Hello Earthlings, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you are one of my bagel babes. My name is Kelsey, I'm the blogger behind Blondes and Bagels, and we have places to be tonight, so I thought I would sit down and film a quick little date night tutorial for you guys. Just, you know, keeping it soft and fresh and romantic, and it's not that hard. I think halo eyes can be a little bit intimidating for people, but I promise that this one will be easy and you can totally recreate it yourself at home with everything that you already own. So if you want to know how to get this look, keep on watching.
This is real, 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 real love.
All right, I think I've got you guys zoomed in enough here, but I'm gonna start by doing a little bit of eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna do my eyes first, so I will be using my Ride or Die primer, which is the Smashbox. And that would be the Smashbox 24-hour primer. I don't really know what kind of look I want to do, so I'm gonna dig through my palette drawer and see what I come up with. I think we're gonna use the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. But my favorite thing to do actually is to take a little bit of bronzer and put that in the crease. It is by far like my favorite way to get just like a little bit of definition in the crease. So I'm gonna use this giant Too Faced, what are you called? The Natural Lust bronzer. I've never used this before, but it looks like this. I got it in PR, so I just thought I would try this out today. It looks like it might be a little dark for me. We'll see how that goes, but I'm just gonna run a little bit of this through my crease with like a fluffy brush. This is a MAC 224. I love the mirror on this bronzer, it's massive. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm kind of craving doing like a romantic, maybe a halo eye, we'll see. This is the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette, not the matte one. They do make a matte one, but this one does have some shimmer in it. I really like using this one when I just kind of want like that sultry, romantic look. I'm gonna go into the shade Cashmere Bunny, which is this sort of like medium brown. It's a bit darker than the bronzer. I'm gonna use a brush that is slightly more dense and put that in the outer corners of my eye. This brush is a MAC 217. These are pretty old brushes. I don't even know if MAC, I know that they were like redoing a lot of their brushes for a while. I feel like we should keep it interesting. We should do a halo. And take that into the inner corner as well. I'm gonna kind of dip in between Cashmere Bunny and this one over here. This dark brown is called Sexpresso. Ah, Jared. Oh, Too Faced. I just kind of want to like deepen it up, so I want that slightly darker brown. I feel like sometimes when you're like halfway through a halo eye, it looks like you got beat up. It looks like you were in a bar fight. I'm gonna take some of this Strip Poker color down here. It's almost like a little bit lighter than the bronzer. The only thing I don't like about this palette, it's very powdery. So like as I'm brushing into things, I can see the powder just like flying up everywhere. But anyway, I'm just blending all of that out in the crease to make sure I get that soft edge. Do like windshield wiper motions, but then also buff into circles. Okay, on the center of the eye, I want to use this color. It's called Push Up. It's sort of like a taupey, like a shimmery taupe color. I'm gonna go in dry at first, but to be honest, I'll probably do a little Fix Plus. Need some Fix Plus on there to keep it a little bit more shiny. Not impressed. Okay, I don't know where my big bottle is, but I have this little one. We're looking slightly better. I don't know, not my favorite shimmer. Not my favorite Too Faced shimmer. I still want like a little bit more sparkle than that. So I'm gonna use this Hourglass Scattered Light Glitter eyeshadow. I've used this in many a video before, to be honest with you. I used it in my wedding makeup video. I think I've used it in one more video, but it just adds like this perfect little gleam to the top of the lids. So whenever I feel like a powder shadow doesn't do what I need it to do, I just reach for a cream shadow like that. And then I'm not gonna add any more product to it, but I'm gonna go back in with the 224 brush and just again like buff into the crease just to feather out those edges. Let's do a little bit of liner while we're hanging out here. I'm gonna use like a felt tip liner pen like that. This one's just from like Almay, nothing fancy. I just wanna like brush off. I don't have too much fallout, but I usually just like to run a brush under my eyes just in case. I'm gonna move on to the skin. I'm going to use my favorite CC cream of all time. This is the Chanel This is the Chanel CC cream. I just love it, and I always like putting it on with a Real Techniques sponge. I tend to prefer the Real Techniques sponges to the Beauty Blender sponges. I don't know why, it's just like a consistency thing for me. And they're way cheaper. Like, I'm pretty sure you could get like 3 or 4 of the Real Techniques ones for the price of like 1 Beauty Blender. My skin is looking all right now, so I don't feel like I need a ton of coverage, to be honest. Better be looking good. I've been spending money on facials. I feel like as I gear up for the wedding, I'm investing way more in skincare, like professional skincare, not like the Sephora section, but like actually going to get facials and Botox, although I'm due for a touch-up. All right, that's probably enough of that. I don't really feel like I need a lot of powder tonight, but I will use the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder just to do like a little dash, mostly in like this T-zone area. Okay, now I want to try this big bronzer like actually on my face. Let's see how that goes. It looks really pretty. It smells good. I love Too Faced bronzers. I gotta say, like if there's one thing Too Faced really kills everyone at, it's bronzers. Like they have the best bronzers. My favorite ones are the Sweetie Pie bronzer and then also the Snow Leopard bronzer. I like Sweetie Pie for like every day, and then Snow Leopard is sort of like date night. We're gonna try this one though because I've never tried it before, even though it is date night. Okay, I went a little too aggressive on that side of the forehead, but I really like this shade, you guys. It's really flattering. I was worried this would be too dark for me, but I actually really like it. That gets an approval. Let's like throw it back to an OG. We're gonna do NARS Orgasm, except this is NARS Super Orgasm. As you can see, I have completely hit pan on that, and I will repurchase it until the cows come home. It is one of my favorite blushes of all time. I like to use like an angled brush, and I just try and keep it to the apples of my cheek. I used to sweep all the way back, but then I noticed it kind of looked like I was like sunburnt. So now I just like this like very natural looking, as if you pinched me, you know? Just on the apples. It's highlighter time, right? I feel like using a Glossier highlighter. So we're gonna do a Haloscope highlighter. I have 2 shades here. I have Moonstone, which is, I mean, it's highly contaminated. It looks like it's skin color, but really it's not. It's like white. And then I have Quartz, which is my skin color. I think we're gonna use Quartz. And I actually just like to rub this in like with my finger like this to like warm it up, and then dot it on the high points of my face. Because Super Orgasm has sparkle in it, I feel like I don't really want a highlighter that's any more intense than this, because I'm not trying to look overdone tonight. Just trying to look like fresh, you know what I mean? A little fresh faced. Guys, it is pouring here. Like the rain is so loud. I hope it is not too distracting. Sorry if it is. Okay, y'all, I think we need some brows. I'm gonna use the Benefit Gimme Brow. This one is shade 2, so not the lightest shade. I think as a blonde, I just like to go a little bit darker than my hair color. I don't like a really strong brow necessarily, or like, I guess what I would say is I don't like a structured brow. I sort of just like it to look full but natural, which is why I like Gimme Brow, because it gives me a brow. I'm just kidding. It's just a little bit more bold than Boy Brow for me. Like, I love Glossier Boy Brow. Obviously that's like one of the products that made them famous, but for me, this does like a little bit more is what I would say. And then I'm gonna finish off with Lash Slick Mascara by Glossier. I always like to look down into a mirror for this so I can like try and get as close to the root as possible. Okay, so that is the face. Let's figure out just like a simple lip situation. I also kind of hate lip products just because like I bite my lips a lot. It's bad. It's a bad habit. I did just get this lipstick in PR. It's called Makeup Me Happy. It's one of the Too Faced lipsticks, and it does look really pretty. It's like a nice pink, but might be like a little strong for this look. Yeah, yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's actually go with one of these Lancome. This is one of the matte shakers. I don't even know if they make these anymore. I was so sad. I tried to go buy more of them. This one is Nude and Roses. I freaking love this. And I like truly don't even know if they've like discontinued them. I know Sephora like doesn't really have them anymore. I'll try and find a link to this to leave down below, but it's just a really nice, like, as you can see, yes, it's matte, but it has almost like an oil texture to it. I don't really know how to describe it, but it wears really well. It lasts a long time. I love this color. It's sort of like my lips, but better, minus the bright Too Faced color underneath. So I'll try and find these and link them below, along with everything else that I used for this look. And that is it, guys. That is my quick little date night type look. So I hope that this video was helpful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, join the family, and I will see you guys in the next one.